Hello, good morning, good evening. Welcome here to this Masters Women's semi-final where we have the last great hope, the last Australian team in the semi-finals up against Colombia. My name is Nick Martin, and joining me from Colombia in the commentary booth, I have Andreas, the elite men's coach. Andreas, welcome to the commentary booth.
Hola, saludos a todos los hispanohablantes en Colombia, Latinoamérica. Y aquí estamos para narrarles y comentarles el partido de la semifinal entre Colombia y Australia. Un partido que promete muchas emociones.
And we will get the overlays going on there now, and it's going to be great to have some Spanish in here. Also joining me straight from the Underwater Hockey Hall of Fame, David Elwood Sutcliffe.
Oh, thanks, Nick. It's good to be here. Very exciting game. We've got this Colombian surrounded here. He's flanked on both sides, so he's a bit outnumbered, but I'm sure he's up to it. It's going to be a really exciting game for the girls today.
Y aquí tenemos la formación para el día de hoy. Con el número 2 está Darlene Diana Bedoya, número 3 Natalia María Londoño, número 4 Natalia Cristina Ramírez. Tenemos también a Isabel Cristina Amelines con el 5, la número 6 es Sandra Janet Gaviria Castro, 7 Andrea Palacios Manrique, 9 María Isabel Arias Hurtado, 10 Natalia Restrepo, 12 Tania Juliet con el 13 y Elena con el 14, y comienzan las emociones, señores.
And we are underway here in the first half of this Masters Women's semi-final, and it's the Australians with the puck. The Colombians pushing hard up the centre there though, Elwood.
Yes, on the wall now. Michaela had a quick little look there to see if anyone was on her, but she's fighting away. We've lost sort of the camera view here, but it looks like a melee on the wall there.
Comienza el partido en la mitad del campo y comienzan a presionar ahora las australianas y hay una falta. Vamos a ver para quién.
And that looks like Hugo Swift Hands Chavez reffing on the far side with his Darth Vader mask on. Pushing the teams back here. Looks like an Australian free puck on that one, Elwood.
That's a good call, Darth Vader mask. Yeah, very appropriate. Here we are. Girls take it. That's Amy. Oh, Megan, sorry. Just an uncontested run there. The Colombians let her go a bit further than what they should have. But anyway, it's good for Australia.
Y se viene Australia presionando por el medio. Se oyen los gritos del entrenador Matías, que alenta a las muchachas y la llevan bien al extremo. Y se vuela Natalia. Vuela, hágalo por Simoncito. Simón que le hace la barra desde Colombia. La sube hasta 3/4 de cancha. Sostienen perfectamente las colombianas en la barrera.
Yeah, I completely agree there, Andreas. And we're getting a lot of Vamos Colombia, a lot of Master Colombia. A few little shout-outs there for Andreas as well, as we see the Aussies make a bit of a swing play, or a switch, as it should aptly be called, across the pool. But great pressure from the Colombian number 12, the captain there.
Sí, era Tania, la capitana del equipo colombiano. Y ahora hay una falta que favorece a las australianas. Les permite salir de esta presión que venía provocando el equipo colombiano.
Yeah, I think the captain there just making first contact with the Australian lady's bat, Elwood, and probably getting a stick infringement for that one.
Yeah, and the girls quickly get onto that free very quickly and open it up the middle of the court, and they're going to try and swing it, just keep it off the wall, I would suspect, as they do. Beautiful run there by, who's that? Amy. Nice work, Amy.
Muy buena jugada del equipo australiano, pero es contrarrestado por la delantera del equipo colombiano, haciendo una buena llave. Y continúa Australia, presión por la izquierda. Logran filtrar al centro, pero tenemos las dos jugadoras bien paradas, las colombianas. Continúa la presión australiana en el centro.
Yeah, Jazzy doing a good job of making himself dizzy there. Elwood doing the double curl in the middle.
Notice that. Yeah, it's nice, good possession. They had us all dazzled, didn't she? Oh.
Yeah, there was a razzle-dazzle in those nages, as we see, go to the deck camera there for us, cutting, switching man. Do we have the deck?
Es una nueva
deck
falta
camera?
a favor del equipo australiano.
We've missed the signal on that one, but Swift Hands Chavez there, pushing back the Colombians.
Falta con el stick.
Okay, there the girls go. They're going to drive for goal. Once again, the Colombians allow her to swim a bit longer than they should.
Angry tap there from Michaela. Is that something Michaela does usually, Elwood?
Yeah, she probably should have taken it on herself there. She sort of had a bit of space. You know, she's back down again. Good work by Michaela.
Continúan las australianas tratando de penetrar por el centro y las colombianas llevándola a la barrera. Buen trabajo colombiano. Por ahora el partido es parejo para ambas escuadras y se viene nuevamente Australia haciendo un muy buen cambio de frente. Se viene Tania, la capitania. Vamos a ver.
Good switch by the Australians there. Michaela on the end of that one, and certainly in this first little bit, Andreas, it looks like the Aussies managing to keep a bit of possessions, and Colombians doing a good job of getting numbers down behind it, but just unable to get possession of the puck at the moment.
Las australianas que la mueven de un lado para el otro, controlando el juego, pero Colombia está muy bien parada, tranquila con estos cambios y tratando de encontrar el momento perfecto para penetrar.
And the Colombians take possession there and make a bit of a drive down this near side to the camera, moving it back into the corridor and then back out to the side again as they drive towards that attacking corner there, I would.
Yeah, no, the Colombians are putting a lot of pressure on their backs at the moment. Let's hope they Australia can withstand that pressure, which they seem to be, but Colombia definitely get the numbers down.
And we'll go to the surface here. We've got a foul. Looks like ref number 17 is calling a stick infringement against Colombia.
Sí, ahí veíamos a la Piola tratando de coger un pase, pero ha cometido una falta. Saludos a Felipe Castrillón, su esposo, que las debe estar viendo, y a todos los máster de Colombia, todo el mundo pendiente de este partido.
Lots of supporters from both teams in the crowd there as the Aussies take this free puck, and looks like Megan Keppel again taking them at the wall. And there's our little Colombian import there, Lucero, playing for Australia, Andreas, instead of Colombia this time.
Sí, tenemos a Lucero, que lleva muchos años viviendo en Australia, conocida popularmente en la élite masculina como Ay mijos mijos. Esa es Lucerito, la queremos mucho, siempre dando buenos consejos a todas las categorías colombianas. Viene Natalia que la filtra con un pase.
Looked like the Australian flicked the other Australian in the head there.
Yeah, it did look like the forward knocked it down with their face, which is often a good tactic, you know, if you need to really get the bottom of the puck on the bottom, but it does come with its own hazards.
Yes, it does.
As I'm not sure who that number 2 is there, that Australian player, but she was doing some good burrowing amongst 3 or 4. The Colombians fighting each other for the puck in the corner there, Elwood.
Yes, it's quite a melee going on there. The Colombians look like they may want to try and drive up the wall, but looks like Australia have numbers there to stop that.
Yeah, Chucky whipping one out and keeping that one off the back wall as Swift hands Chavez with his crisp signals, signalling a free arm there, and that's Chucky using a part of her body other than the stick to keep a player out of her way, and it's a Colombian free puck and a good opportunity here, Andreas, to attack the tray.
Y se viene Colombia. Trata filtrando, haciendo una S con reemplazo, y esta es Eliana, la guerrera de la vida, pero bien defendido por Australia. En este momento vemos el ADN del juego, Colombia jugando por las paredes y Australia tratando de hacer un juego más abierto por el centro del campo.
Yeah, I couldn't see his face, but I could see the crisp movements of Hugo Chavez there, signaling that one. He's been busy in the first 7 minutes of this game, Elwood, but it's a reprieve for the Australians as they look to move it to the central corridor.
That's yeah, Jay Mack take that halfback that flick. It was a little cross our goals, which is quite gutsy, which paid off. Probably the Colombians didn't really expect that, but yeah, good possession move.
Nuevamente Australia tratando de jugar por el centro, haciendo una triangulación.
It's like a warning.
Viniendo al otro, pero hay una falta cometida por las australianas y es una buena oportunidad para que Capitania capitalice esto. Se viene Tania, avanza una, lanza, filtra, buen pase y se viene Colombia presionando. Estamos a una línea, continúa la presión colombiana, defendido por Australia.
Beautiful steal by the Australian halfback there, whipping that one out wide, and it looked like Julia, number 2, getting a warning for obstruction in that previous play.
Oportunidad para Colombia, pero hay una falta antes.
Darth Vader picking up an obstruction against Colombia, and that will see the Colombians pushed back there. Unlucky on that one, Andreas, as the girls had some good drive in the corridor.
Sí, estuvo cerca el equipo colombiano de anotar. Lástima haber cometido esta falta de obstrucción, falta por obstrucción.
And we see Camilla Rees chiming in the chat saying, "Go mum," giving Lucero a bit of support there as the Aussies take this free puck and just looks to elect to chip it straight down the line there, and they've moved it across to the wall. Got the Colombians on the back foot now, looking to get back and tackle, and they've maintained some good possession and drive, spilling it out to that outside player.
Yes.
But good defence from Colombia there, Ord.
Yes, very good. That was Julia missed out on that little steal, so she should have been off if she'd gone to that. But anyway, the Colombia.
Y aquí rompe el equipo colombiano hacia el centro con una delantera que se viene muy rápida, prendiendo la moto con toda viene Colombia.
Got a lot of good family support going on here. Nina Barra-McCauley cheering for her sister Amy in the chat as well, and quite a few Colombians with a lot of vamos, 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 as the Colombians have put a lot of pressure on the Aussie ladies in this first half, but they've managed to gain a bit of court position now, the Aussie girls, and looking for the flick out wide, but just nobody there.
No, you need plays on the end of that. It's can get tough when you're under a bit of pressure. You're looking for a play, sometimes just got to offload it to give them the possession, but sometimes at least you're there to back it up. So that's what she was doing, and hoping a forward would sweep onto that.
Colombia ha arrancado con un juego muy vertical, proponiendo siempre mucha presión al equipo australiano, que tratan de abrirla de un lado al otro para salir de esta presión. Se viene nuevamente la australiana, hace un cambio falso, combina con la izquierda o la jugadora del lado izquierdo, pero es bien retenida por las jugadoras colombianas en la barrera.
Good attacking pressure here from Australia, but they've got it right underneath the Colombian sub-bench, and definitely in this 3-metre game we've seen a lot of teams getting tired underneath there, and a lot of subs coming in and making drives for goals, but it's the Aussies who've moved it into the corridor, but dispossessed. Good tackle by the Colombian player there, Andreas.
Yeah, left-handed girl, got it in.
Es la delantera colombiana, la Piola, que hace un buen robo y combina con las aleras que se vienen a toda velocidad. Hay falta.
The referee on the near side, if we can go to the deck camera, it looks like
potentially Australia, looks like.
It's an Australian free. We missed the signal. I think it might have been a gloving call as the referee shakes the water out of his ears over on the far side there. The Aussies will set up a free puck in a dangerous position here for Colombia.
Hoy el técnico Matías ha preferido a Darlene Diana, quien es una jugadora del Club Aletas de Copacabana, quien actualmente reside en Estados Unidos, y ha sentado a nuestra jugadora rugbista de Bogotá.
Colombians definitely opting for quite a static defence off those free pucks there, Elwood. They're really electing to just hold the bottom and maintain position, and it seems to be working for them in their defence so far. Even though they give away that early 3 metres, they've been quite strong to clear each one out.
Yes. It's a bit of a risk though. That puck comes sailing through, and all our forwards is going to tap it in. So be careful when they allow our forward back to swim right in like that.
Feeding frenzy on the far wall has ended with Australia with the puck. It looks like the flick, unfortunately for Jane, hasn't gone great, but looks like Megan. Is it Megan? No, it's Megan's last name.
Yes, Megan. Yep.
Yep. It is Kephart. I was going to call her Megan Keppel, but that's a different Megan. So Megan Kephart there. Not quite able to pick that one up for the 45. Good curl and come inside from the Colombians, but once again Australians with numbers on the bottom and just able to hold that one out.
El partido sigue muy parejo, todavía no hay un equipo que predomine, simplemente unas que las abren, otras que atacan frontalmente. Buena el trabajo de las delanteras colombianas por aquí, la quiebra la australiana.
We've got a breakaway, and looks to me to be Julia. So Julia Slotwinski there on the end of a Lucero Padermo drive, and Cami will be great. Very happy to see her mother make the first little push for that swim, but Julia getting in over the top, and it's actually a Colombian who sets up the Australian drive there, Andreas.
Sí, hubo un error ahí en el equipo en la parte defensiva, no hubo una buena rotación entre las defensas y la alera tuvo que ir a presionar sola, lo que produjo esta escapada del equipo australiano. Vamos Colombia, que todavía hay mucho tiempo para remontar este marcador adverso. Piden tiempo el equipo australiano, tiempo para respirar, para centrarse, enfocarse. Saludos a toda la gente en Medellín, a la gente de Linder que colaboró mucho con este equipo máster femenino, el metodólogo, la psicóloga Natalia, que están haciendo fuerza por el equipo.
If we flick up to camera 7 on the pool deck there, we've got the crowd. Look at them, they're just going absolutely wild in the stands there as If we go back to our overhead camera, we can see Coach Jason Measy's specialist Masters coach being pulled in. In his career, he's coached Australia, he's coached the French Masters. He's now been pulled in to coach the Australian Women's Masters in this semi-final. As we get back underway with just on 2.5 minutes on the clock, it has been an end-to-end tussle here. The Colombians probably holding the momentum for most of this half so far. The Australians doing some stout defending, but it's been a breakaway goal that is now separating them on the scoreboard. And we'll see how that changed the momentum of the game here, Elwood.
Yes, that might give them a bit of confidence and fire them up. And it's also fired up the Colombian team as well. So they're pushing hard for this last 2 minutes of the first half. They'd love to get a goal in, and they're definitely going for it.
Hacen un buen trabajo las jugadoras colombianas triangulando por la barrera. Ahora la lanzan al vacío, la recibe la delantera. Están a 1 metro de hacer el gol. No lo logran en esta oportunidad. Viene Tania que lanza al vacío. Buena. Tiene la presión en la pared. Estamos cerca, muchachas. Un poco de aleteo y
it is a
falta.
Feeding frenzy in there on the corner, and I reckon we might have a reference here, a ref's conference, but no.
Penalti a favor del
2-on-1.
equipo colombiano, señores. Se pone bueno esto.
Colombian crowd likes it. There's a lot of clapping, and no, we're not going to have a ref conference at all. It's a straight 2-on-1 call. So we've got, it looks to be the number 12, who is Tanya, the captain, and coming in to join her.
La Piola va a cobrar esta oportunidad única, posible.
And it looks to be number 4 for Australia, Amy Barry McCauley. So Nina, this is your chance for your sister to do wonders for Australia. She gets to the bottom. Ooh, now this will be an interesting call, because the flick has gone and it's hit Amy in the arm. Yeah. But Amy hasn't actually moved her arm to knock that down. I believe the player has flicked that and it's gone straight into the arm without a chance of Amy moving. So, yeah, it's interesting. Could go either way in my mind. Yeah. I don't think Amy's deliberately hit that with her arm. I don't think she's had a choice.
Sí, lo que ha pasado en esta jugada es que en un chute de la jugadora colombiana es interceptado con el brazo de la jugadora australiana. También se podría haber cobrado como que hubiese sido una jugada peligrosa, pero los jueces que están más cerca han determinado que realmente la jugadora australiana trató de bajar, de interceptar el chute y lo hizo de forma ilegal con el brazo. Por eso es concedido el gol 1-1 el partido.
But the referees have a better view than we do here in the box, so we will trust their judgment on that one, and well done to Colombia to
we could see that. That was a fair call.
Convert some of their aggressive pressure into a goal, and makes the game interesting.
That was a fair call.
Y ahora Colombia va intentando por el centro, hace un cambio de frente muy bonito, trata de filtrar el pase y lo logra con la Piola. Lo recupera Australia y la Piola continúa con la presión. La número 7, Andrea Palacios Manrique de Bogotá, que ha hecho muy buen trabajo hasta el momento. Se viene, continúa Eliana come de vuelta. Se viene Tania muy concentrada, captura la pastilla y ahora queda en el centro, hace una S perfecta, continúa, ya la ve, la tira, la coge, ¿esta quién es? Darlene Diana. Darlene continúa también otra vez con Tania, y Tania presiona, y hay una falta increíble, venía muy bien el equipo colombiano, falta con el stick.
Yeah, stick infringement there against Colombia, and Darth Vader, swift hands Chavez looking for the number 2 from Colombia there, which is Darlene Diana Bedoya Arbeláez.
Ajá, Darlene Diana Bedoya Arbeláez, parcero.
I was so close.
That's a good try. I didn't even attempt that one.
Bueno, lástima por Darlene, que venía haciendo muy buena jugada.
That was a good push by the Colombians. There's a good push early there on the wall there. Oh, time's up, so it's half time.
We've got a good game on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1 in a game that's gone end to end. Me pasero, Andrés, ¿cómo es, I don't know, piñata de primera term? What did you think of the first half?
Ha sido un excitante primer tiempo. Un juego muy abierto. Las australianas han propuesto jugar por el centro, las colombianas han ido al muro y a la barrera, han hecho buenas triangulaciones las colombianas cerca a las paredes y al muro, y las australianas lo han hecho muy bien por el centro. La escapada australiana fue muy bonita, provocada por Lucy, que hace el pase para el primer gol. Nuestra colombiana nacionalizada australiana. y luego una presión muy buena de Colombia con una triangulación hermosa por la barrera que produjo el penalti, que luego fue muy bien ejecutado por las jugadoras, aunque también podría ser una jugada discutida. Fue a favor de Colombia, afortunadamente para nosotros. Y vamos a ver qué nos depara la segunda mitad. Aquí vemos a Matías, el entrenador colombiano, quien es argentino, dando las instrucciones. Vemos a Natalia, a Isabel, todas recibiendo aquí las instrucciones de Matías, que está tranquilo.
So Matthias is the coach, Andreas? And
Matías,
he's
the coach is
Argentinian?
Argentine, yeah.
He cooks a mean barbecue. I remember going to a
Sí,
barbecue that
sí.
was hosted by him in Medellin,
Sí,
when you
Matías,
guys very kindly invited us there on one of the many occasions we've been to your fantastic city to play in your amazing pool.
gracias.
And when is the next tournament in Medellin, Andreas? What's coming up there
Sí.
for Aguamala?
Es la segunda semana de diciembre, tendremos este torneo. Estamos consiguiendo ahora buenos patrocinios para lograr llevar más equipos y tengamos un bonito espectáculo nuevamente en el 3x3, que está siendo muy bien aceptado en todo el mundo. Ahora tenemos torneo en Francia, en Australia, en Sudáfrica, y una posibilidad muy grande de que el 3x3 entre a los Juegos Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, so for those of you listening at home, there's going to be a 3x3 competition in December, which is going to be spectacular. And there's a big push by the Colombians to look for French, Australia and South Africa, who are all hosting 3x3 tournaments, to then have one big one together, a bit of a 3x3 circuit. How's my Spanish on your... Is it close on the translation?
Es más o menos lo que había dicho anteriormente. El 3x3 está permitiendo muy buena visualización del hockey a nivel mundial y que podamos compartir con todos los países mostrando lo mejor del hockey. Y continúa el partido, se viene la Piola que rompe por el centro. Está la número 7, Andrea, que está encendida el día de hoy. Esta es, se la va a arreglar Isabel Cristina. Ahí va la presión australiana por el centro, pase atrás, buen pase filtrado y lo defiende muy bien Crisa Melines, que va nuevamente a la barrera y mantiene su apnea. Y pues, nuevamente Andrea, muy bien Andrea ahora por el centro, y nuevamente Australia que recupera el disco.
Yeah, both teams coming out fierce off this second half, and Tanya there picking up the loose flick from the Australian halfback, and a good drive for Colombia on the wall here as they turn the Australian backs. The Australians have now got numbers behind the puck. Little slide into the middle there as the Aussies look to open this one up out across the far wall. Got support there from the halfback. There's a little chip inside, and the chip and chase from, I think that's Amy Barry-McCauley going for a bit of a drive here. She's got Julia Slitwinski in support. Barry-McCauley stays down for the reload, but the Colombians great bottom position there.
Diana de la expulsión y la salva, hace una muy buena finta hacia el centro que es leída por la jugadora australiana número 5, Andrea, cortando el pase al centro, no lo logra, y esta es Natalia. Vamos Natalia, no se la barre. Lucero, bien contrarrestado por Isabel Cristina Ameline, la doctor que la sostiene en la barrera, no puede más y la deja con la australiana que combina atrás. Ahí vemos a Tania esperando, y esta es Juliet con la presión, Tania con la recuperación. Juliet continúa y se viene Juliet, que es estalladita. Hágale Julie, mija, prenda la moto. Y ahí se viene Julie, buena presión por el centro de la vicecapitana Natalia, y se barren a los australianos por la barrera. Muy buena presión colombiana, continúa la presión colombiana. Aquí está el contragolpe colombiano con Natalia, que saluda a Simón. Y continúa, y está de pronto una falta australiana, ¿no? Buen cambio de frente de las australianas.
Bit of a left hand there by Michaela. She got away with that one, but lovely opening up the pool there. Did a beautiful switch. I was a forward start that switch. Worked Michaela. She
gets away with the old left hand with you as well every now and then, mate. Or
it was beautifully done. So that's what they want. Open it up, and the girls are now reloading and coming across the 45. Looking quite dangerous, Australians at the moment.
Go Jazzy! As we see the Aussies.
Juliet le mete un pastillazo en la cara a la
that may be a
australiana.
two-minute.
Lástima por Juliet.
A bit of
Veremos que la jugadora esté
blood.
bien. Parece que
Oh, gee, she's in trouble. She's
A
in
bit
trouble.
of Colombian contra Colombian accidental there. Lucy has.
ay, justo a
Paul
Lucy.
Lucero is definitely.
Parece que la ha abierto, sí señora, hay sangre. y tiene mucho signo de dolor.
Megan
Lucero,
Kephart very
perdón.
quick to pull her back out.
Uf, pobre Lucerito, parece que le abrieron la nariz.
You'd never like to see this in sport, and it definitely was nothing deliberate in that one in any way, shape or form. These accidents do happen as there's medical teams close by. And everyone's running now. Dr. G is on the deck running down there as, that's my father there actually, doing a bit of poolside medical work. As we cut away to the crowd, who are all concerned for Lucero, as I'm sure the Colombians are as well, as she's very well known amongst that group of players, Andreas, and an unfortunate accident that's happened there.
Es una lástima que haya pasado este accidente. Vimos claramente que Juliet simplemente quería avanzar, giró y lanzó sin mirar. Y es posible que le hayan dado 5 minutos de expulsión a Juliet Marín Echeverry. Lástima.
Let's hope just a blood nose, eh, Nick? She'll be will contain that bleeding and then she'll get back in the water. She didn't look too good there.
Yeah, she's definitely been well attended to over there, and she does look okay, but she's got plenty of support on the side. The Australian physios who have done an amazing effort at this tournament are there. She's got 2 or 3 doctors with her as well. So for all of you watching at home, I can let you know that Cammy, your mum is fine. She's being very, very well looked after. And the game has gotten back underway here, and we'll keep you updated on how Lucero is going, but it's the Colombians with the bottom time managing to clear that one back out there. Australians with numbers behind the puck, but Colombians excellent bottom time. And we've got a little bit of a break on here with the Aussies chasing. Good tackle there by the Australian halfback. And the game's starting to open up here. Both teams trying to settle after the stoppage of the game. And Lucero, I can tell you the cheering you can hear as she is standing up and she is sitting down on the side of the pool now and is being well attended to, so she's fine. As we go to the deck refs, we've got a signal there, and the deck camera, we're getting a stick infringement being called by the referee on the far side. So the next step here will be Lucero will get assessed for concussion, and if they believe she's okay, then she'll be back in the pool. If they believe there's any chance of concussion, then she'll be kept out of the water for health and safety reasons for the rest of this game. So at the moment, the Australians playing with 9. 1-1 with just on 11 minutes left in this half, Andreas.
Sí, le dieron 2 minutos a Juliet, ya cumplió 1:15, está próxima a entrar y que viene la presión colombiana que está con 5 y presionando. Esa es la capitana, Capitania lanza, pero hay una falta a favor del equipo australiano que quedó un poco confundido después del accidente. Vemos que Lucero ya está mucho mejor. Saludos a Camila en Australia.
No, George, that one has come off. Unfortunately, it was Juliet who has accidentally put that one, and she did spend 2 minutes in the sin bin. She's just about to come back in shortly with the Australians with a free puck now in their defensive end. A release of the puck. It's hit something. It's a bit hard to tell what it was from this angle, but the refs seem to be playing it on, Elwood.
Yeah, it did hit the Colombian underbody. Maybe they didn't see it from here. From our view, you can see it quite a...
Continúa la presión colombiana con Natalia. Natalia Neurona inquieta que la filtra, pero no hay buen receptor y continúa Colombia. Un buen giro de Tania y se viene la Piola busca el centro. Hágale, mija, que usted puede. La Piola que gira. La Piola sostiene con una muy buena apnea. Recordamos que la Piola fue rugbyista por muchos años y conserva esa apnea excelente de los rugbyistas. Y aquí viene Natalia, sí, con su nadadito clásico, gira y la pone y están cerca, chicas. Vamos que está. Hay un buen pase y la filtra. Esta es Darlene Diana. ¿Quién es esta? Sí. Ahora la presión por el muro.
Strong drive from the Colombians there. It's anyone's game at the moment as they found a bit of space. Mumba's down, the puck spilled.
Ooh, that was close.
I reckon we're going to see a 2-on-1 potentially here. Looked like a bit of glove off the corner of the tray. Both Darth Vader and number 22 referee are calling, and it's going to be another 2-on-1 here. Swift Hands Chavez is calling for a reference, and they're going to bring the referees together for a chat.
Se viene la jugadora australiana a tratar de influir un poco en lo que digan los referees. Tal vez sea un penalti, tal vez no.
Jane Gilligan pretty keen to have something to say, and it looks like Chavez was playing advantage, so It's an interesting...
No fue penalty, él dice que había una falta que él ya había pitado anteriormente con el guante y que simplemente es un cobro normal de Colombia con muchísimas posibilidades en este cobro de ampliar el marcador.
It's not a too bad result. They could have gone for a 2-on-1 then.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked out well for the Australians,
Yeah.
but you have to feel for the Colombians. They're playing advantage for them, and then there's an Australian foul that results in a 2-on-1, yet we're going back to the advantage call. Surely the new foul would override it, but anyway, that's what Swift Hands Chavez has decided in this instance, and it's a reprieve for the Australians. We'll have to see if that fires them up, or if vice versa, it fires up the Colombians. As just an update, Lucero is still receiving treatment on the side of the pool from Dr. G. He's over there attending to her. As the play just stagnating underneath the Australian sub-bench there, Elwood.
Yes, the Colombians have got a bit less numbers now. I think they're a bit far away from their sub-bench, so the players that are in are sort of tiring out a little bit, so they want to probably recycle them to keep the intensity up. But they're still fighting away on the wall there.
It's a very tight game. I think in the round robin they drew one and Colombian won the other one. Is that correct, Andres?
Yeah.
Bueno, un saludo a Ángela Montoya que nos está siguiendo en la transmisión. Ella no pudo estar aquí acompañándonos con el equipo máster porque fue negada su visa. Una lástima que todavía en Colombia tengamos que pasar por estas penurias. Un llamado también como a las autoridades y a los que tienen que dar este tipo de licencias para que tengan un poco de condescendencia con los atletas. Viene una nueva falta para Colombia, esperemos que esta vez la sepa capitalizar.
So with just over 7.5 minutes left, it seems the Colombians with the aggressive pressure for most of this half. The little bit of confusion there. The deck ref has blown the whistle and is signalling a Colombian timeout as they'll take a breather here and try and refocus and maintain some of this aggressive pressure that they've got going on here, Elwood.
Yeah, I think they may be missing Lucy a bit, just an extra forward to to relieve the subs. So actually Lucy's had a good game this one.
Sí, es una lástima que Lucero haya tenido que abandonar el partido porque realmente lo estaba haciendo muy bien y estaba haciendo unos muy buenos puntos de quiebre como para el primer gol y antecitos de que sufriera el accidente también había hecho una excelente jugada y se está notando en el equipo australiano la falta de luz. Aquí vemos a Matías dando las instrucciones tácticas para que este cobro se convierta en un gol, toda la energía positiva para que esto suceda. Tenemos a Natalia, las Natalias, a Juliet nuevamente, Isabel, Cristina, Tania. Es el momento, chicas, es el momento de convertir el gol. Y se da reinicio a la jugada y se viene Tania, Tania que filtra el pase. Es recibido por los australianos, buena defensa, pero continúa la presión, sí continúa, sí señora, filtra el pase, muy buena presión colombiana, todas abajo, es defendida por las australianas, y ahora hay una australiana que trata de prender la moto, pero es bien contrarrestada por la jugadora colombiana, muy bien posicionada.
Aussie's looking dangerous here. Strong movement off the wall, they've got support coming in from behind, Janie Mack recycling into the forwards. A little bit of a dolphin kick getting on there, and they still got numbers behind the puck here, the Aussies. They recycle it back in and now into the corridor. And this is better play from the Australians. They've been a little bit quiet for the last 5 minutes as Colombia have had control of this match. Ooh. It's spilled out here. We've got an Australian one-on-one on the tray, not willing to take her on. But Janie Mack now with a good opportunity, flick and chase.
Muy buena defensa del equipo colombiano, aquí se viene Natalia.
Signal from the deck. And it's going to be against Colombia. Obstruction number 6 there, the Sandra Janet Javiera Castro being called
La Piola.
¿Qué es esta? What is that? La Piola.
Like chicken.
Chicken. Oh, okay. So Chicken, unfortunately, getting her wings in the way on that one. And coming off the roost a little early and cracking the egg and finding herself in the naughty chair. Great numbers from the Colombians staying in behind.
Precisamente La Piola, que es nuestra jugadora zurda, la controla perfectamente y la manda a la esquina, donde va a llegar el reloj colombiano. Aquí hay luego tiempo pedido por los jueces para discutir la acción.
Yeah, our halfback there got sucked too far into the middle there. So she'd sort of stayed towards the end of the goals, and she would have had a 45 straight in. She sort of got out of position there. So you want to be so you got to protect that puck coming along the wall, so Australia missed out on opportunity there. Never mind. We'll see.
We've got a reference happening here as the ref's doing. So we've got some interesting signals. I saw the bird nest signal. Now we've got the open hand. Oh, okay. So he's working on the pedals. He's thinking about driving. He's not really sure though. He's waiting for the other refs to confirm. Oh, the gesture for illegal knockdown. Now we've got the shoulder. Illegal knockdown into shoulder. Into Australian free. That was, sorry, the best translation I can do of that ref's conference.
Bien, ahora es un cobro a favor de las australianas, toda la barra a favor de ellas, alentándolas. Vamos, vamos las cuchachas, dice Sergio. Se posicionan bien en el piso las chicas de Colombia. Hay un lanzamiento filtrado y una presión de las australianas que vienen con todo arremetiendo contra el equipo colombiano que siguen el
feeding frenzy. Absolute feeding frenzy.
Yes.
It looks like it's gone in, well, but yeah, it's anyone's guess what refs may or may not have seen in that. Very hard to see anything from our view. Looks like they're going for a ref's timeout again.
Muy peligrosa contra las colombianas, puede haber ocurrido de todo. Vamos a ver qué deciden los jueces. Aquí la número 21 diciendo sí, no.
Goal, 2-1 goal.
Penalty goal.
Penalty goal es una regla que solo existe en el hockey subacuático que indica que la pastilla no ingresó, pero que si no hubieran hecho la falta hubiera ingresado. 2-1 a favor de Australia, vamos Colombia.
So, unfortunate for the Colombians then. They did have strong numbers behind the puck, but unable to clear that one wide. Update on Lucero watch. She appears to have been trying on her mask, and it looks to have fitted. She's putting her cap back on at the moment.
Hay tiempo pedido por el equipo australiano.
She's in no big hurry though, is she? She must be in a bit of trouble.
No, and so far you can just see Lucero in the back near the clock there at the moment, so just putting her cap on and trying her mask back on and being attended to by all the support staff. She's putting her fin keepers back on, so I think there may be a chance she's either going to get back in and play or get back in and watch here. As the Australians calling a timeout, Coach Boom Boom Meesies, what words of wisdom would he have in this huddle, Elwood? You've sat in many a huddle with Boom Boom.
Oh, he'll be saying just settle down, get back to basics, don't keep possession, don't give up possession, and swim into open space. That's just the basic stuff he'll be saying to him.
Muy bien, parece que Lucero va a ser reintegrada al partido. Tenemos 5 minutos 20 para empatar y ganar. Vamos Colombia, arriba ese ánimo.
Looks like she's getting back in the water.
Sí, Lucero se está poniendo nuevamente las aletas, está bien, ya su hemorragia fue totalmente controlada. Y los jueces están dando la orden para que ingrese, aquí la vemos.
As the chants from Lucy go up in the crowd from both Australians and Colombians there. Everyone keen to see her okay and back in the pool, so your mum's back amongst it, Kemi. As Colombians winning the strike.
Proponiendo un juego fuerte por el centro, claro que sí. Es la hora de todo, de darlo todo, señoras. Se viene, continúa, prende la moto, la presión colombiana y la siguen. Ganando y ganando metros. Ahora la van a poner en la esquina australiana.
As we see Australia's last great hope here. 5 minutes to go. 2-1 up in this semi-final. It's going to be a cracking last 5 minutes to see who can wrestle control here, Elwood.
Yes, it's very exciting. Let's hope the girls can just drive it off that wall and find some open space. The Colombians are very good on the wall. Got to get out of that pack. So they're making a bit of ground up the wall the hard way, but they're getting there.
Hay una muy buena defensa del equipo australiano, que primero fue barrido hasta su propio arco y luego controló la situación. Ahora se viene Colombia. Parece que el cobro es a favor, sí señor. Se viene la Colombia.
So I'm being told by Folky Man on the chat that La Piola en inglés será Twitty, not chicken.
Twitty.
Twitty. So Tweety bird. Is that what the Twitty is? Anyway, back to the game.
Continúa la presión colombiana que está por el costado izquierdo presionando, la llevan hasta la esquina. Esto les va a dar un momento para respirar, para rematar con toda esta jugada. Aquí vemos cómo las jugadoras se preparan luego para la presión. Un buen pase filtrado, están encima de la cancha. Vamos que entra, vamos que entra.
Colombians are very strong on that back wall.
Yeah,
they regroup and they just all go in. So
they really pile the numbers in behind the puck there. Or they're looking for that puck to be shoved underneath or passed through. But unfortunately, one of them using their free arm for an advantage there, and Darth Vader has pulled them up and pushed the Colombians back here for an Australian free puck and a bit of reprieve. As I think the Australians will probably take their time with this one. Every 5 seconds you can kill when there's only 3 minutes left is a good 5 seconds, Elwood.
Sure is. When you run up and you want to, when it's semi-finals, it's do or die. So you can't take too many punts at the stage. So they'll be pretty keen to see that clock slowly tick away.
Hay una confusión aquí entre los relevos de Australia. Le están pitando un mal relevo. Dicen que es Lucero que está afuera, pero no. Realmente el juez de tierra. Sí,
yeah, the Aussie ladies have been done for subbing there on that one.
Por mal relevo. Y cobra Australia, que ahora tiene una jugadora menos.
Yeah, one of them might have come or gone early. So the deck referee has seen a subbing infringement of one way, shape or form.
Micaela Dominic.
Yeah, it's Michaela Domisa.
Often is a little enthusiastic, Michaela Elwood.
Yeah, she is. She's gets very enthusiastic. Just can't help herself. Just wants to get in there. But good on her. She's a tiger, so she gets very involved and she's over enthusiastic there about things.
Oh, I can't blame her, mate. Most of us can't help ourselves around you, so.
Juego cerrado en la barrera, señores. No sale la pastilla de ahí. Una de otro equipo, otra del otro equipo. Todo el mundo presionando la pastilla. Es hora de sacarla de ahí, mujeres. Sáquela de ahí, las muchachas. Sáquela de ahí. Vamos al centro.
If the girls can keep it on the wall midway, I think we should be okay. But just when the Colombians push back into our corner, then they get the numbers and they get a bit of a blood rush and they seem to go along that wall. So they want to keep it in this particular halfway mark. On the wall's fine.
It's a feeding frenzy at the moment. Andreas, can you do some translating for me? I'm seeing quite a few people saying duro, D-U-R-O-O.
It's ale in francés.
Just kind of another vamos.
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 But really, translation is hard.
Sí.
Se viene Colombia, tiene que salir de esa barrera si quiere empatar el partido.
Oh, Makeda's back in. So we got 6 and 6 again.
It is do or die for the Colombians now with 1 minute 18 left on the clock, and it looks like they're singling out. Oh, it's a Colombian player, number 2.
Darlene Diana.
Unfortunately, Darlene there getting called 2 minutes for an obstruction.
Solo entraría nuevamente a jugar, de irse esto a tiempo extra.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it much of an open game now. I'm sure the girls want to consolidate on the wall and try and just run that clock down and play safe hockey.
Y eso es lo que pasa con jugársela por la barrera todo el tiempo, que es muy probable la generación de faltas. Sin embargo, sigue Colombia ahí presionando ambos equipos. Esto le conviene mucho a Australia, que la pastilla se quede ahí. Vamos Colombia, sáquela de ahí. Buena llave de la jugadora Piola. Piola, mija, hágale, métala al centro. Estamos a poco tiempo de acabar. Vamos ahí, es hora de hacerlo. Y falta nuevamente, falta.
Strong drive from the Colombians there. We've got a signal on the surface.
En contra de Colombia.
Australian puck?
Recordamos que en estos últimos 2 minutos el tiempo es efectivo. Cada que haya una falta se para el tiempo.
That's not ideal.
Y aquí la cambiaron. Tenemos toda la oportunidad, Colombia.
42 seconds on the clock. 5 versus 5.
Se viene
Australia
la
leading
capitana de la
2-1.
Parece que le dan la cara a alguien. No lo ven. Continúa el partido. Aquí está.
This will be an interesting call on what the flick is, and it is
la
sadly.
2 minutos afuera para Chirretania.
Yeah, Makeda got flicked in the head then, so it's probably a fair call.
Lástima ahí que.
Unfortunate for the Colombians there. They had a great chance. 5 on 5, 45 drive at the COL tray. Unfortunately, just unlucky and unable to get that last flick.
Come on, girls.
35 seconds on the clock. Australian free puck.
Puede pasar, señores.
5 on 4.
Solo acababa aún. Viene la presión colombiana. Colombia. No las dejan salir tampoco. 25 segundos, 20.
Do or die, 1 on 1.
La rompió Natalia, siga con su apnea, mija. Buena, buena, continúa. Hacer un toroide por la mitad. Está, ahí está, ahí está.
Referee's playing advantage on the surface
Sigue
here.
la presión colombiana. Get down.
Needs to be careful. Oh, and he's dropped the advantage.
Lástima. Se acaba el partido y Colombia pierde el
That
paso
is
a la
full
final.
time, ladies and gentlemen.
Lástima.
Well
Muy buen
done,
partido
girls.
para las colombianas.
And heartbreak, sadly, for the Colombian team there. Exuberation for the Australian girls. Lucero back in the water, in with her team there for the final buzzer and the last part of that game. We can see her there, centre of screen. Andreas, bad luck. The Colombian girls played very well, but not quite their day today.
Sí, juegan bien, pero les falta un poco más de definición y tratar de hacer un juego más abierto por el centro, tal vez para que lo tengan en cuenta en la disputa del bronce. Por ahí me dijeron una vez, no todo lo que brilla es oro, vamos por ese bronce, chicas, mantengan la cabeza en alto para que podamos y logremos la presea de bronce.
Well, the girls are extremely happy about that. They're beside themselves, and so they should. They've actually played an excellent game, down to a player. So they played 9 for bloody half of that second half. So that's an excellent result and an excellent digging deep to win that game. So well done, girls. They've done us proud. So that puts them in the final. So we've finally got a team in the medal count. So very exciting. And I'll try and get one of the girls over for a bit of a chat.
From that, but the team just came together and the forwards, they just rotated together and everyone pulled together and yeah, it was, I don't think it was any different, like with 9 players to 10, And then Lucy jumped back in the water, which shows a lot of strength, I think.
Yeah, well, you guys played with 9 players there, so that shows depth and guts, and well done. You've done us proud. Now you're in the final, eh?
Yep, we're in the final. So the only Aussie team in the final, so we were all pretty happy.
God bless our master girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gutsy performance.
Wasn't it? Very good. Success story.
Good game. Like,
Yeah.
close team.